But when I'm talking about stealing, I'm talking about taking a book without asking, or taking candy from a bowl in my parents' room. I'm not talking about shoplifting and theft. I'm talking about, just normal things people do. My parents were perfectionists, and this did not cause me to have a good opinion about myself. When you grow up in an environment that never talks positively about sex, there was no safe sex discussion. There was nothing about prophylaxis and STIs that didn't hinge into a service about immorality. There was nothing about consent, bodily autonomy, respecting people. There was nothing. I mean, Carrie White from the Stephen King movie Carrie had as much knowledge about puberty and their body compared to me. And all these things manifest into emotional disorders. I have suppressed certain parts of my childhood because it revolves around domination, control, indoctrination, just sucking the life, individuality, happiness, and contentment from children. And yes, my mother did hug me. We celebrated holidays, but it was usually used in a way to control me, to make me feel like I owed them something. And anything nice people did for me, they used it against me. If I wasn't perfect enough, they would remind me the things they had done for me. It was never about doing something because it was what they wanted to do. It was always used against me. And the only thing I will say, when my mother and father wasn't in the house, was the only time I ever had peace and could breathe. And it usually wasn't very long. If my parents were gone for 3 hours, it usually took that long to stop feeling anxiety, fear, and just paranoia. It took at least 3 to 5 hours without them in my home to stop feeling like they're trying to get me. And I haven't lived in their home for 7 years and a few months. I can still feel the anxiety when I'm doing things that I wasn't allowed to do in childhood, that they're coming into my room, like they're going to catch me. And that is complex PTSD. Having nightmares that my parents would find out how I coped in a loveless home. Even though my family did hug me and said they wanted me, they only wanted the version of me that they allowed. And if I did anything, watched anything, or brought anything into the house in order to cope with the lack of emotional integrity and safety, my mother would have one of her narcissistic meltdowns. And my parents would punish me for months for daring to watch a movie they didn't permit. And the movie wasn't even PG-13. They would punish me even until my 20s if I wanted or brought something in their house they didn't like. And it was a way to cope in an emotionally detached environment. And therapy definitely helps. And understanding that whatever happened to me wasn't my fault. I could have spoken up and said no. I could have voiced how I felt. I could have told them that how they treated me was not helping my depression and suicidal tendencies. I think the reason why I didn't was it would have made it worse. And that's not the right way to deal with these problems. But when your parents react like the Tasmanian devil, when you do something